Yeah, this video has done it, folks. I have officially lost it. This video is just a mix of technology problems, the unluckiest moments you've ever seen in your life, the funniest moments I've ever had on this channel. It's just got it all, boy. This video is a journey because I decided to embark on a 10-game run with a deck that's all about maximizing your max energy with stuff like the new Punisher War Machine, other max energy cards, of course, like Electro, Corvus Glaive, Wiccan. We've even got a Fallen one in the mix, and obviously Arishem, the ultimate max energy card, guaranteeing that max energy every turn after turn 3. And then some support cards, you know, stuff like Valentina and Iron Patriot to help us fill that that curve and energy a little bit. You got to have stuff to do. Make sure you have some big cards to play. Each same story, helping us draw some cards to fill out all that energy, and then some scalers for that energy, right? Jim Hammond can actually get surprisingly big in this deck, like 10 plus power pretty easily. And then Sunspot as well, if you want, can help you utilize some of that excess energy if you don't have that hand fill. So, you know, this is kind of a meme theme deck first and foremost, because it's not really a great idea to go this hard into max energy, particularly stuff like Fallen One. You know, the odds of hitting like Symbiote Spider-Man into Fallen One, basically impossible in an Arishem deck because you have so many cards. Same thing with Wiccan, right? Kind of impossible to hit a Wiccan in an Arishem deck, especially when you don't really have that many 1s or 2s. You just have to get crazy lucky. But you can play him on turn 3 if you do, which could be really nuts for Jim Hammond in particular. So this is not a deck that I like recommend or think you should play. This is just sort of an experiment in fun, trying to utilize the new card in a cool new way. And boy, is it going to be fun. Fun for you guys anyway. I don't know if it's fun for me. I mean, I laugh a lot, that's for sure. But I think, particularly in the back half of this video, you guys are going to have some great moments, some great highlights, and some great joy out of this one. So have fun watching the max energy deck. All right, folks, we're doing something a little different here because, as I teased in the intro, a lot of chaos in this video. I screwed up my first 2 games. Well, I didn't actually, my microphone wasn't working. There's something wrong with it. It's been happening here and there. It just randomly stops working some days. I didn't notice. Had to go like replug it in, basically turn it off, turn it on again. But I had 2 insane games to start this 10-game run, and I didn't want you to miss them, as this hand is teasing right now. So I'm gonna just do a little commentary here after the fact, and I'm not gonna be able to react in real time or anything, but we can talk about how insane Jim Hammond is on turn 1, because this already happened to me an hour ago. I already saw this, right? We got the cloak on turn 2 as the sick on curve follow-up. As I said in the intro, it is impossible to hit a Wiccan on turn 3 in this deck, but I did it on the very first freaking game, which was a sign of things to come, because it teased such high heights and such incredible good luck. It seemed nothing could go wrong at the start of this run, but by God, by the end of it, you're gonna see some things go wrong. I'll tell you absolutely right now. Also really cool that we're seeing a Punisher War Machine, because you know, like, you kind of want to spotlight the new card sometimes, but it's, you don't draw it that often in a Arishem deck. So having the opponent play it is a nice way that you guys still get to enjoy the new stuff. So Asteroid M here adds a little wrinkle, right? Like, we kind of have a risk here of filling out this spot too early if we want to keep playing, you know, like 3s and 4s. But thankfully Jim Hammond is you know, a scaler there, so like we can still kind of get some points even if we do close it out too early. Now, I remember surprised that they maybe could have considered sending that Punisher over to me with the Viper, which, you know, like, that would give me a Punisher in theory. Well, I don't know actually if it works that way. I don't think it does work that way. I don't think I'd get the energy, but I thought, hey, they might think, hey, I can clog him out here, you know, because like Asteroid M, he's probably going to play into, and then I fill out that spot and then I win it later for only a cost of 2 points. Didn't seem that bad, especially because the Viper is going to be there anyway. But you know, reasonable to not want to give me the Punisher. If you think, you know, particularly you're playing a Starbrand afterwards, you might be able to get the energy and do what you want from your Punisher. Now, I decided to commit the Fan Fae because I was like, look, it's probably going to happen inevitably anyway. I said, hey, I think Fan Fae is big enough between her buff and the Jim Hammond scaling that we can give a go at Asteroid M, at least enough that, you know, it'll force the opponent to commit so hard that if they commit hard enough to win Asteroid M, we'll kind of get the other spots for free, basically. but still ultimately serve as a pretty big challenge to win, because that gym is getting like 3 per turn because of Arishem's +1 and Wiccan's +2 max energy, right? Which is pretty cool. So they go big left. Wilson giving access to big house is pretty sweet, actually. Creating a little bit of a pressure point for me there. I'm up to 10 energy, which I can't really spend all that effectively, right? It's kind of an awkward hand. You don't really want to play the Electro because you want to be able to play 2 cards next turn, right? Because you're going to top deck something you want to play with your Corvus. So if you play the Corvus, you have the same problem. You kind of get to only choose one of your 3/5s because the other one's going to deny a play, right? So I go ahead and it's actually the final turn. There is no next turn. Just kidding. More preview of things to come. So I'm just playing. It doesn't matter which one I play. This is the final turn. Opponent has to now flip left, flip mid at a crazy number, and also flip right. Like, we're up 30 points between mid and right, and we're also going to contest left. So yeah, they naturally retreat. This is an insane game, right? Hitting Jim into Cloak into Wiccan is just like obscene. You can see me here reacting to that exact fact, like completely crazy. You do that multiple times, like you ain't losing games too often if you hit that curve, right? I wouldn't even say the opponent had a terrible game, maybe not a great game. Things a little off curve, like Starbrand a turn late, I guess. Wilson, Adam, not the strongest push, I suppose. But we kind of like fumbled the final few turns, not much going on, but it's just such a strong opener, it didn't matter, right? Just so much stuff coming out, which is really, really the goal. So next up is game 2. We're hopping right in, and what do you know, guys? Look at that hand again. It's insanity. Oh, but we don't have a 2-drop, but I know what's gonna happen, so I'm spoiling it. We don't have a 2-drop. That sucks, man. It would be so cool to hit Jim Wiccan a second time. However, will we get a 2-drop? We're not going to top deck one. I know that. We're not top decking a 2-drop, but the sandbar! Like, are you kidding me? That's so freaking lucky. It's bad in general because, like, our deck, and, you know, particularly if we play the Loki, we're getting a bunch of created cards that are going to cost extra. But the logic is like, well, if I hit my Wiccan anyway, I'm probably gonna be able to make up that cost regardless, right? Like, it's fine because, like, I'm gonna have 2 extra energy per turn because of the sandbar. So as long as I'm playing, you know, 2 or fewer cards, it's a net positive, right? Or net neutral at worst, and then a net positive because of the gym, really, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and play the Wicked, of course. By the way, this is probably a bot opponent. It looks like Angela deck, basic name, which I remember talking about the fact that, like, some of you guys get frustrated when I talk and acknowledge about bots and try to figure out if players are bots or not. But I think that's a really important skill to have in Marvel Snap, because you get bot games, being able to acknowledge and recognize them allows you to play better and steal cubes from them, because they usually try to give you cubes. So it's a skill to be able to identify bots and, you know, not trying to hide the fact that bots show up sometimes. So Bishop, one of the low-key cards here from this pretty basic deck. Can't really play a Falcon this game because it's going to pull your gym back, and he would miss a turn of his start of turn effect. Like, if you wanted to, like, redistribute his power, you could pull him back and then replay him, but you'd lose like 3 or whatever, as our deck is currently structured. Magic just gives us more time for Jim to scale, more time to play big stuff, more time to make Bishop bigger. So I think the Magic here makes a ton of sense. Opponent is playing this kind of bounce deck that's not really hitting. Jim ticking up. Here, I think I talk about Mantis probably wanting to go mid, because even robots don't like to fill out a spot too early if they don't have like a powerhouse play, but they usually don't go into a 3rd spot. They usually like target 2 spots. I think it's going to play in the beast spot. Because you're going to see me talk through. I know I'm saying no, robots tend to stick in 2 spots. You know, they follow up on that beast. So I think Mantis hits there. And holding the Doctor Doom here basically so we don't overcommit to a spot like mid. They do indeed play mid. Only a Sentinel on turn 5, by the way, is wild work. But we get a Sentinel in hand. I guess their Sentinel cost 3 is a little extra, but that gym is getting crazy big. Cable left here makes sense, kind of just splitting your power out a little bit, holding on to the Falcon, of course, setting up a spacing here where you have some Doctor Doom final turn plays. That all looks good to me, even in hindsight here. It's kind of nice watching yourself back and judging your plays, you know, like you often get kind of clarity after the fact sometimes. So this is kind of a fun little exercise anyway. There's a big powerhouse card left, which we're not going to be able to beat, right? Unless I get an Iron Man from Loki, right? Because we know they have an Iron Man. That would just be a tie, though, I guess, as well. So Instead, it just looks like, you know, I think you get strong mid with the big Doctor Doom, or actually, yeah, Devil Dino, just a really reinforced mid, because right looks very secure, and then the Sentinel pushing back in on the Devil Dino. The Mantis, you can see me kind of hovering over the Bishop there, indicating like, well, the Mantis might hit and give you a boost to Devil Dino to match her leaving the hand. But even if she misses, you're still giving 1 point to Bishop, so it's only kind of a net loss of 1. If you miss, then it's a net gain of a lot if you hit, right? So and I just, it's so funny. You guys won't see this, but this is when I just realized that my sound wasn't working. Well, I realized my microphone wasn't working. The sound also wasn't working, for the record, which I'll discover soon. You'll probably see that. And I just threw my hands up in frustration and walked off screen. But yeah, we take the win against the bot. Pretty easy win there, right? Nothing too shocking, surprising, but just still hitting that Wiccan again is crazy. Like 2 straight games of Wiccan is nuts. So at this point, this is where I figured out the microphone. So now you'll go back into regular live Regis action. So hopefully you'll enjoy some of the hilarity and absurdity and chaos and depression that's about to ensue. Dog, my microphone wasn't working. Those are the 2 sickest games ever. Hitting Jim and Wiccan. I may just have to re-record over those. Oh my god, my mic, I gotta figure out, my microphone is just dies sometimes and I can't figure out why. Maybe I could do a little bad voice dub. Oh my god, look at what I drew. Hey, Punish War Machine, actually a sick draw. Sherry's Lab, kind of spooky though. 1 drop would have made my day, but alas. Oh god. Well, okay, Punish War Machine, you're not winning. I'm assuming they'll have like a War Machine later to, you know, kind of resolve that Ebony Maw problem. So we'll just kind of pivot away, I think, for now. Mart. Looking like War Machine stuffy, kind of that sort of stuffy, right? Normally we play that 6-drop on 4 here, but I guess you go Miss Marvel this time instead. Mindscape is kind of interesting. Yeah, Red Guardian, no good yet. I mean, these are all cards the opponent once turned off. I did see, by the way, my Ikari Nightmare deck, which it's what they're playing on Untapped. I was like not that sure about it when I played it. I was like, well, I think it seems pretty okay, but I wasn't super confident yet, you know. We actually can just probably win this turn. I wasn't super confident yet, and then man, it had pretty good data. Not like amazing data. Was that a Laufey, I guess? Pretty good, though. I was like, man, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be like kind of one of those just over 50% win rate decks or whatever, but it was like 55%, like 0.3 average cubes or something. Like pretty solid. That is a monster play there, by the way, so that's scary. I'm leaving them with a Havoc and a Red Guardian, neither of which are really that impactful to me. Oh, actually, Scorpion left breaks Miss Marvel, so we don't really want to do that. Could go Jim left, but in some ways it kind of feels like the points are a bit wasted. Also, Scorpion is just hurting my hand. Because Havoc is just going to be, like, I have excess energy anyway, right? So I have 2 excess energy. It's like losing 1's probably not the end of the world usually. This currently still preserves the Miss Marvel. I don't really plan on winning mid, so I don't know. Don't be an Iron Man. Don't be a... Oh, a Nihilus. Okay, I was like, if that's an Iron Man, we're cooked, right? So by the way, they did not turn off the Ebony Maws. I don't really ever need more points there, right? Like, I really just need to win right at this stage, which my hand is not serving up anything great to them. Surely I'll have a good play here. Is this turned off? No. No. None of these are turned off. No, dog, but surely that's okay, because I think 12 extra points will be enough, right? I don't need to combo in order to activate the Miss Marvel. Yeah, this should be fine. Oh, dude, if this was like, imagine that. Oh, God, they're playing way more cards than I expected. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't even realize that was a Gamora. That helps a ton. Wow, Lizard is actually, they put out way more points than I thought because they top decked a playable card alongside the other 2, and they turned off my Havoc. Bro, Gamora actually saving us, dude. My own deck winning me the game is actually so sick. Is my sound not working, by the way? Oh my god, dude. What is going on? My game sound also isn't working. Are you kidding me? What is happening? When one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong, and I hate it. I don't know what this problem's from. It's muted. God, I did the game sound was muted because I did a test yesterday for a stream thing, a host thing I'm doing, and I muted it and I forgot to unmute it. Oh my god. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm too busy right now. I'm gonna be real with you. I am too busy right now. I've had like the biggest sponsors month I've ever had. Like more sponsor stuff this month than I've ever had in history, which I don't even understand because my views haven't been as good as they've been historically, but just like everything lined up for this one month. I've got my wedding anniversary, my toddler's birthday, my birthday. We just had Mother's Day. All of those land in May. So it's like there's all these like events and stuff going on. My wife goes out of town again 2 days after my birthday. Then I go out of town for this thing in May 31st. Basically for 2 weeks I've got an endless slate of I'm also releasing a video game. I forgot to mention our game's going up for sale in early access, so I've been crunching on that. Everything is happening in 1 month right now, and I am losing touch with reality a little bit. It's my own doing, and it's all good stuff. Like, you know, none of it's bad. Like, it's all great, you know. Cool things are happening. I'm doing big things, and you know, it's just my brain is mush and nothing works, but the games are going well, at least. That's great. Hey, we love Sunspot. We actually love Symbiote Spider-Man Gamora too. If it somehow both hit, that would be so sick. Leech, probably not good against an end of turn deck. Hey, I love the curve though. We're actually good if we hit Wiccan, either off the Patriot or otherwise. Rhino, maybe not an end of turn deck, maybe more of just tempo deck type thing. Hey, second Gamora, what the heck, dog? That's cool. I mean, I feel like the opponent plays left this turn, but they might play right the turn after. They also might just go, well, I don't know. Most people don't really like to go in Orcus Forge, but they also don't like to fill out a spot too much, which clearly with the rocks is going to be happening. Oh, we burned a Marvel Boy. Okay. I do think Gamora wants to just go mid here, right? Like, where else are they gonna play? They could triple down left, but it feels like it's not the right time. I think you just go mid. Right's not gonna happen, so right will happen eventually. It might happen on turn 5 with Ozymandias, actually. So this could be a good time maybe to Gamora right, because that's usually the biggest remaining card that they have. And we'll go ahead and do the Symbiote Spider-Man just to double tap that, I think, right? My final turn though, currently looking very weak. In theory, you know, you should kind of play the Valentina now to get a better line, but I'm not going to. No, I thought for sure Ozymandias was going right. What's going right? Maybe they got a Gilgamesh? I thought for sure that was gonna go right. Oh, we might be cooked now. I thought 100% that was going right. Oh man, I cooked myself. They don't usually run Gilgamesh in these decks, do they? This is like kind of zooey though, so maybe so. Oh, I think we've just I just don't have the numbers, right? We're just so cooked. There's no combination of points here that win, right? We are giga dead. What does this even put us at? 6 is 18, 20 technically if they don't play right. Like, there's no chance in the world this ever wins. I've never been so dead in my life. Blue Marvel, no Gilgamesh, just trusted a Squirrel Girl right. Wow, I really still am surprised that Ozymandias didn't go right there. I guess they wanted to save a spot for a squirrel, and they were really more focused on left and mid overall. Not that I mean, they still won. I mean, we're just seeing the effects of like good tempo, right? It's crazy. Just max stat output here. What does that make us, by the way? Are we 3-1 now? I think we're 3-1. Is it 3-1? Yeah, 3-1. Okay. Sunspot left. Dodge those Killmongers from the Deadpool deck. We love it. Oh, nope, not Killmongers. Makari's, huh? Second Sasquatch. nice work. This is gonna hit. They don't have a 3, they don't have a 2-drop. It's a surfer deck. They have nothing. It's great. I have 5 freaking energy already, dude. That is, I mean, Corvus Glaive can go even harder if we want. Do you just like trust the Sunspot, you know? I mean, your hand is just complete garbage, though. You're just top decking. What if you just get like 1-drops, you know? I don't really like that. I don't think that plan's a good plan, guys. I can also play Corvus Glaive right, just, you know, without any energy concerns. Okay, I don't know. Let's at least get the Sasquatch down, because I think I need that. As far as like points are concerned, okay, they're looking like they're going to be really strong left. Colleen as well, man. The game just really doesn't want me really doesn't want me to have any cards. I'm hoping they don't get that strong right, because they rely on reveals too much, but I guess we're gonna find out. Sarah right. Okay, wait, did that come down on turn 4 for them? Why did that come down on 4? Oh, wave, bro, you idiot. Wave. I played a wave, I forgot. Yeah, Blink's probably pretty good. I'm gonna trust this mid. I think it's just gotta be enough, because if it's not, you just lose the game. I don't know what we get here. Hopefully it's not a card that demands an on reveal, right? We just want a big dumb body, like, you know, Arishem, Symbiote Spider-Man, some random, you know, Ikari or whatever in the deck. I don't know. If we'd known we were getting a Blink right, we could have maybe played this a little differently, but we didn't know. Now, I will say, like, for the record, mid is not actually safe, right? We know these decks, that is a net neutral advantage. We know these decks can put out crazy numbers, right? Arishem also sucks, jeez. Yeah, we probably lose here, honestly. I think we lose here. Like, maybe 30 is just too much, but usually this deck goes crazy hard. Ascani, Viv, like, forget it, right? It's just an obscene amount of numbers. I really wish I could contest left better, because we're not that far off, but, you know, Surfer probably makes it harder. I think we just always lose, you know? It's so hard. Yeah, Brood's insane. They don't even need right, but they're also gonna get right. Oh, they actually didn't get mid, I guess, right? Well, hold up, we're about to get, yeah, they did get mid, yeah. M'Baku, bro! If I'd only known, we still would have lost, but it would have been more fun to know. Yeah, I don't feel bad about this. Like, we played what we had, and it's just not enough. Like, that's just such a crazy cracked high power output deck. I think Mother Ascani is the best card in the game, and it's not particularly close. I think she is way better than people realize. So we got Punisher on 2. Maybe the opponent will want to play left. Please do. I'm an Arishem deck. I could not care less. Those cards don't exist. Yeah, we'll rip Punisher on 2 in case they're like a Surfer deck or just miss their curve or whatever. Hello, opponent. Good luck out there, Mr. Giblet. What's your name? Giblet. Yeah, see, Giblet. Oh boy, Lizard's gonna be tough. I can technically go to 7, but like, doesn't the opponent just like, you know, go harder there? Ebony Maw. Wow. What if we do this? There's no way they beat that, right? And then I still have, like, you know, scaling off Jim. I'm not like totally locked out. Maybe I'm not happy. I'm not in a great place, but you know, if I win this, it's worth even more points off Jim. What are they go to like 16 max here, but actually I'm turning off Lizard, so really it'd be like 12 Starbrand is what I'm thinking about. But they might also just want to play Nightmare. Clearly somebody who watches knows who I am. They might watch my videos. They might be playing my Nightmare deck, which means they might only go to 7 points. So you wouldn't necessarily have to do this, assuming the Nightmare comes down. But if it's Starbrand instead, which they might be, that might be the dilemma they're facing here. Wow, instead it's Rhino Ebony left. Okay, so just going for tempo on that. If this is really that Nightmare deck, they're gonna need, of course, a War Machine to bail back out of that Ebony Maw later. But still, even with only 1 spot, it's perhaps not that intimidating. Now, is this turned on? No. How does this actually work? Because I'm already at 6. Like, actually, is Fallen One good? You know what I mean? Like, it might not actually be any good. I think I'd just play Orca, honestly. I think it's fine. Jim's still getting big mid, but, you know, exposed. If they go for a War Machine, they've already used Ebony Maw. Like, what would they put over there on turn 6? Like, turn 6, they want to play, like, Infinite, you know? And it's like, they go to 32. I'm obviously not going to 32, but, like, can they get to mid and right if they do that? You know what I mean? Like, if they lean into that War Machine plan. Is this going to be a Techno? Yeah, Techno is really scary. God, it's hard for me to beat these numbers, man. They just get such numbers, dude. Such numbers, dude. God. Like, we're barely going ahead mid, right? Barely. 20 to 18? Like, come on, that's not good. No, there's no way. Like, in theory, you want to put Bullseye down, I guess, technically, right? But I don't... Like, aren't I just going to play a 1-drop? If I get it? Because I'll have all the energy anyway. I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's a terrible 1-drop, maybe you'd just rather have the Sunspot float or something. There's the War Machine we talked about, which that just wins them mid. And then we know they win left with, like, Infinite, so we just have no chance. Because I can't even really add points here, you know? Literally no chance, yeah. GG. I'll let them have it. They're nice. We know 18 is easily beatable. We know we don't win mid. Like, going for this Punisher War Machine path, I don't know, man. Like, it turns out we didn't even need to because they didn't play the Star Brand, which was like the big debate, right? It's like, that's why they were taking so long on that turn 3, is was it Star Brand or something else? They went a different route. So it's like, well, I could have gotten away with just, like, you know, Fire Hair Jim, like we talked about, and then had that Ebony Maw. Well, I don't know. The Ebony Maw was going to be a dead card for me as well, though, frankly. So, hold up. Is that a tie left with the... hold up a second. Is that a tie left with Techno? Isn't that just 18-18? Oh my god, we still lose a tiebreaker. No! Why didn't they play Ikari left? I'm so stunned. I really thought we'd see an Ikari left. I think they knew mid was locked and they knew it was really hard for me to add points to Orca. I think I would have just slammed that Ikari left. Okay, I had to go grab some dinner, but I am back and we're gonna see how our deck does. We were 3-3, yes, -1 cube. King Eitree's a fantastic draw, but it's like it's so funny because, like, normally you put Arishem cards in your deck and you're like, yeah, I'm drawing my cards, I'm so excited to draw my real cards. In this deck I'm always like, oh, Corvus Glaive again, we don't have anything to do with you, dude. I don't really want Corvus Glaive ever. I pretty much always want Valentina and Patriot because they're like the actual good Arishem cards, you know. This would be a funny spot for an Electro, I guess, though, worst case. Hey, at least we matched the opponent mid for now, but Nightcrawler does make you nervous. They might have some other ways to access that. So we'll just go Electro left. I mean, that's fine. Mid, like we said, it might just be a tie at best. I don't know. Of course, we can find other ways to get power there. Randomly generated Mr. Fantastic, for instance. Opponent has snapped. So they like Death's Domain. Hopefully Electro screws them, but imagine they're like a Nomura deck or something, right? We'd be completely cooked. Could also kind of see this being a bot for the record, but I don't know. Not sure yet. Just names like the hints of bot, and the Nightcrawler sometimes pops into those bot decks as well. That said, they're taking a long time in their turn, which I don't think bots ever do, so probably not. So you guys get annoyed when I acknowledge that we're playing against bots, or talk about like trying to figure out if people are bots or not, but that's actually a really valuable skill to have in Marvel Snap. That's not just some like arbitrary YouTuber thing. It's actually really good to know if you're playing bots or not, because it can really change your strategy, because you can snap more aggressively to take cubes off them. You can play in certain ways and stuff, so don't sleep on the bot conversation. Don't no, okay. Ah, nice, dude. Oh my god. Wiccan would be cool, but we're just gonna send him this Electro and hopefully that stops like their Thena or whatever. I don't know if they're actually an end of turn deck though with Nightcrawler, Hydra Bob. I'm thinking still more like this could be a, I don't know, I kind of think could be Punisher War Machine deck. Just like, I think we ran those cards in my Punisher War Machine deck. I don't remember having a Cosmo though, so probably not my list. I almost never actually run Cosmo, for the record. All right, Quake is actually nuts. Quake is so nuts, dude. Oh my god, Quake is so nuts, dude. So I gotta figure out how to use the Quake exactly, right? I think, well, I mean, she has to go left. She can't go right because of Cosmo, right? So I think you go Quake. Like, does this get you ahead enough that you feel good about winning it? You know what I mean? If we're pretty sure we're gonna have priority, then certainly Quake next turn would be better. For the surprise factor, right? That doesn't guarantee priority as much as this. Yeah, maybe you just do this and get Quake next turn, right? No, it's scary, but I think it's better. Surely this will for sure get party. That's just one card. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be one card because Electro, I guess, right? Oh my god. It's a War Machine deck. I did the Electro thing and they're a freaking War Machine deck. They don't care at all. They just don't care at all. Shoot, they're gonna try to win left and right here, aren't they, man? Ah, dang it, dog. I guess you just do this then, huh? Oh, not in that. Nope, not in that order. Nope, nope, not in that order. You don't. In this order, you do. Yeah. They're just gonna play like infinite left. I'm gonna win mid 4-3. And I'm gonna win right by a tiny little baby bit. That works. This is good. Infinite left, that's no problem. The I'm an idiot. I'm the dumbest person alive. I am actually the dumbest person on this earth.
Hello, so happy.
I can't. I had it. I think I probably had one of them right and then the other one wrong, and I swapped it to fix the symbiote Spider-Man and then still messed up the Hawkeye. I'd like to do the whole spiel about my brain, you know, I'm overloaded right now with stuff. I think that was pretty normal though. I think that was just a normal run-of-the-mill screw up. I don't think that was a stress screw up. Dude, okay, so I'm gonna pretend that game didn't happen. We're actually 4-3. Like, because that was just, you know, the deck won. We're interested in the deck, not me. So the deck is 4-3. Unbelievable, dude. So, God, I hate having to put these in the video. But then editor me is like, nope, it's going in. I just did that gag. Editor me has a higher tolerance for shame than current me. You know, some people like to play off axis. Some people like to go in the revealed location. I never know which is gonna be right. Mid. I'm gonna say they go mid, and they don't go anywhere. Okay, that makes me feel better. They wanted to go mid. Maybe the horde will go here, and that'll be funny. Yeah, it looks like I called it right, even though it doesn't matter. So smart. Look at that. Played Mantis into their card. Throne room, not a big deal. Mysterio into Kazar is fine. Ikari, we definitely want to get down at some point, but probably not yet. A big concern. Mysterio goes mid. Okay, Psylocke for the opponent. Redrop here to fix the Ikari curve, get him down sooner? No, not quite, but I do like Patriot as well. I guess we'll go Patriot Ikari next turn. We need this to be, I don't know, infinite always, I guess, right? Doom 2099 deck. Wow, the early Doom 2099. That's actually pretty dang spooky. That's a lot of points. Rogue. Oh, that would have had some targets potentially. This game is, dude. This game is so rigged. Like, come on, dude. Even the order. Like it's just mocking me at this point. You know what I mean? Like, if theirs had gone first, I would have been so tilted and then Rogue would have stolen and I would have been so happy. And instead, the game is actively mocking us, dude. I actually just can't believe how insulted that I'm like legitimately insulted. Also, Iska is, I mean, she's just bad. You know, like, yeah, I can discount her, I guess, but Maybe she's good mid, right? Like we need to get her down to turn early. The rest of the hand's just absolute garbage. I mean, this is actually a cool combo, I guess. But Ikari might make that harder or worse. Is this gonna be active? Well, no, not yet. No, I don't have anything in hand for it currently, no. So Iska is ticking up at least. Sandman on top of the Gorgon, bro. Like, are you serious with this? Shuri is very pointless, and I can't activate the this isn't even enough points, right? Because we have to have another 3 here, which is I need to get to 18 here, and I can't. I think we just lose, right? I mean, is there a chance Iska wins mid? She goes to 12. I mean, there's definitely a chance, but I don't think it's a great chance. But left is just gone, I think, right? You got to try to win right and mid. I'm just so tilted. I can't actually believe it. Oh, I think Iska's probably too great, right? She's worth another 9 points here. Yeah, we're a little shy even with Horde, I think. 8 points, by the way. Well, it's gonna be more. It's gonna be different because of the bots. Actually, are we gonna get any tiebreaker scenarios where the second one like doesn't tick up or anything? Is there any chance we win a tiebreaker after that? Like, nope. Still enough. Nope. God, I mean, just what an insanely tilting game. So now we're 4-4. This whole video is just me. Like this whole video, it's just me suffering. Oh man, I'm suffering tech problems. My brain stopped working halfway through the video for a game. Like this is just a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I've entered the 7th circle of hell. Hey, Topaz Shadow King could be pretty sick if you lose priority, yeah. Limbo's kind of good for us if we hit the right cards. Fallen one's he's a bonus, I guess, right? Play him on turn 4. Double Dino, I mean, we do have some hand generation stuff, but not like big. I thought about putting Nick Fury in here, but went against it. Kind of regret it. I love Nick Fury. Wild Child Ikari. Oh, that's just from the hub. Oh yeah, okay, of course. Yeah, I guess you do this, huh? It's kind of hard to get any more points back to Muir Island, though, later, you know? I might just do the Valentina, honestly. Maybe that's fine. This could even push the Silk back for a buff, I think. So yeah, we'll just go Fallen one next turn. I mean, he can go right. I think that's fine. Mobius, actually not a big problem necessarily. Like, Valentina sucks, but, like, that's okay. Oh my god, that's an insane hit anyway, so okay. You know, I'm like fine with, you know, 2 extras, no big deal. Ooh. Maybe you just go this route. I don't think it'll hold, but there's a chance. And if not this turn, like maybe you just go Isan on it or something. Well, it's not going to be this turn anyway because you got to play your Punisher, of course, but... yeah, let's just go here anyway, though, just to get a head start on it, right? That's fine. Zombie Captain Marvel. Okay, so that's pretty decent points there. Still not really a good Punisher moment. So this pulls potentially Shadow King, potentially Devil Dino. Shadow King's probably not that impactful against this deck. I mean, if anything, it could be impactful to stop a Phantomax, like, you know, reset a Phantomax. I would certainly rather pull the Devil Dino. There's no question about that. If I had anything good to curve out here too, I would do that, but I just don't, right? We just don't have a good curve out. So I think you just rip the Isan. Just take the points here. If it does pull Shadow King, you know, maybe we'll just get the Zombie Captain Marvel and be happy about that. That's fine. Yeah, we are going to get that. Okay. If we get Shadow King, that'll be fine. That makes it feel kind of worth it, I think. Actually, a little bit of a reset on the Marrow too, honestly. Both of those would be fine. Oh, she's moving though. I forgot she moves. Don't pull Shadow King anymore. No, I know it's going to now. I know it's going to now. It's going to now because it's so funny. Yeah, it's like it's too. The game has a real sense of humor, guys. Honestly, I legit think the game has a sense of humor. Honestly, legitimately. So this is gonna pull a Havoc, which that's like whatever. Devil Dino's really not that big, but I don't know if I have a choice. I have a risk, I guess, if Silk ends up mid, I'm kind of locked out. We don't really want that. The game just like it has a sense of humor, guys. Am I 4 and 5 now, or what are we really? 4 and 4? I can't remember. 3 and 5, so really 4 and 4. Yeah, okay. Really. Silk mid. I would really prefer her to be anywhere else, honestly. There's the Havoc. So we're crazy strong left, but really weak everywhere else. I need just like a top deck, just like crazy big guy. I don't even know what it is, right? Like just a big boy. The game legitimately has a sense of humor, boss. Like that's, I don't know if it'll be big enough, but like you can't script moments like this. I could spend a week trying to write funnier things happening. Like if I could concoct a funny thing to happen at Barrel's app, I could not come up with the experiences of this video, right? Hopefully he's enough. I don't know. He got the Phantom X. That seems... Unbelievable, dude. Unfreaking believable, dude. Why do they have Shadow King in a deck running Zombie Captain Marvel and Marrow is what I don't understand. Why is it in the deck? With Phantom X too? Like, I mean, Phantom X, you can kind of presumably control it like they did, you know, but like, it just seems risky. Like, we lost by 1 point. I probably would have been better off just keeping the Punisher in hand if I think about it now, but I don't know. The energy seemed enticing. You never know what you're going to draw and how that opens up your curve. So, I mean, honestly, like, you just cannot. It's the funniest thing that's ever happened to me. Great hand. I mean, great hand. Luna, we don't really need so much, but Patriot Symbi Spider-Man's amazing. Honestly, you might even do them together. Do them together. Yeah, mid's fine. We don't need Stark Tower yet. Aurora's potentially quite good too. Rescue. You can do this. You got on reveal activate, then you condense down. I don't currently have a way to get more points here, so like, am I locking in too hard? They're up by 7. You know, is this the Patriot card? What was my Patriot card? What was that? Oh, I'm so dumb. It's obviously the rescue. I mean, it's only 10 points. They're already up by 7, but at the same time, like, you don't want to waste all this effort I've put in, you know? God, I hate to just give that spot up. Can I really win another spot, you know? God, that's going to be really hard to win another spot. Also, the Kahori buff is, like, mostly just hitting, you know, cards that I think are going to be wasted. Like, it's mostly going mid, right? Like, I don't know. Can I get, like, I don't know, a Doctor Doom or something? Red Skull, bro.
Systems go.
Man, I would have been close with Aurora, right? We said it was plus 10. Especially if I would have kept the extra body there. Can Gamora hold? Is that actually more points than She-Hulk Luna? No. 12 to 14. I don't think without a they haven't had like a Sauron. Bro, also Martyr. I was kind of thinking she was going to get Techno-Organic Virus, but they're really kind of at 34. Because you presume Martyr would have moved in most circumstances. Boy, I think there's a chance this still holds, right? Oh, God, they went for small guys. If it's like stupid lizards and all that, we might be in trouble. Oh, God, Scar is too much. Shang-Chi we actually dodged, but we just gave them a bonus body with the freaking cube. We lose by 1 point. This has got to be the most hilarious sequence of 1 point losses I've ever seen in my life. The good news is Gamora still would have lost. So would Strong Guy. So we didn't have an alternative that was better, I don't think. Typhoid Mary would have lost even harder because it would have died to Shang-Chi. I mean, if this had just been a wave, right? We win the game on tiebreaker. This is what it's like. Ah, man. Anybody who tells me about streamer luck, no. So this deck went 4 and 6. No, 4 and 5? No, 4 and 6. It's gotta be 4 and 6, but it hasn't updated yet. Mine's gonna say 3 and 7, but it's really 4 and 6. And one of those was a robot game too. But we're gonna play one extra game because of that bot game earlier. See if we can't steal one more win. I like this opener. This is good. Even better, yeah. Do we maybe just give up right? Just say play sentry there and give up right. You could also just clog right, but not by turn 3 really. So no, I think we just do this. 4 and 6. But if we lose this game to another real opponent, then we'd really almost be like 3 and 7, right? Caliban has a chance to connect, yeah. I'm kind of playing all these guys together so we can leave right exposed. You know, I don't want to have to play around my void. Or maybe I hit a different 4-drop. I don't know, Wiccan off the top or something. Sure, right? That would save us. This game has an unbelievable sense of humor, dude. Like an actually insane, hilarious sense of humor. Like unbelievable sense of humor. The only problem I have at the moment is like, I don't know, like now for sure Sentry feels even harder to pull off, right? Maybe you just clog this out then. You kind of want to get the Patriot down now, don't you? Even if it's off curve a little bit, maybe. You have tons of energy, so you're not as worried about being off curve. This game has an unbelievable, like, there's comedy writers in the sky, dude. Ben Brode. Are you serious? We get a Ghost Rider too, which is nuts. Now that does fill us out mid, but we have some scaling still on Jim, of course. So maybe that, and actually Rescue's still gonna scale if we play right. Now, what did we actually discard? The Electros. We probably wanna save that for the final turn, not for now. So for now, I think you do this. You go up to 26 mid, no, 27 mid. And then next turn, you're playing some combination of like Sentry Valentina stuff, maybe. Caliban's gonna hit currently the Magneto, which probably overkill since we think we're already winning quite a bit over there, but I'm mostly playing right here just to create Sentry outs, you know. Blob is actually cracked. That is the best possible card I could have hit. Speaking of best possible cards you could hit, there is an Infinite. Wow. Okay. I mean, I just don't see how you lose like this, do you? Maybe we even still just go Blob. This is going to be 10, 19 plus like 11 or something. 30. This has to hold, right? You might also hit the Infinite 2 now from Caliban. You don't know. I think you just dump left, actually, because mid looks pretty secure. Like 15 points. Not insurmountable, but I don't know what it would be. And they actually still have to win right as well. And then left, you're just getting $1 million, right? Well, actually, right, we're kind of giving them for free, but they don't know that. They think they have to win right. So they should have to win right, and then I just win mid and left. It's like, I want to kind of put Ghost Rider over here or something to block the sentry, but it's like, you know, it sucks. Blob over there is overkill, we think. They actually went mid. Why did they go mid? There's no way there's 15 points mid. How could they have 15 points mid? It's not possible. It's legitimately not possible. What could it possibly...
Power must be controlled.
By the way, I haven't seen a Shang-Chi in like 6 months. And I have seen so many today. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Maybe we should have just put the Ghost Rider right anyway, because like left looks, I mean, well, I don't know, right? It's just like the Infinite, they would have had an extra 7. So it would have been a 24. Which without the Electro Ghost Rider, right, we only get to 20, like we said. So yeah, I think, I don't know, you had to put one of them there, I think. I think this was actually right. I just did not expect that, and I wish we'd hit the Magneto to feel safer, right? I thought for sure they felt like they had to play right, you know? Like had to contest right a little bit. I mean, I don't know, they also had to flip mid. I just, oh my god, dude. So this deck legitimately went 4 and 6 against real opponents, which is about, that's kind of what I'd expect. You know, it's a deck that is like inconsistent but needs consistency, which is a hard, you know, like stuff like Wiccan needs consistency, right? You don't really want to play Wiccan in an Arishem deck because it's so hard to hit. So the thematic angle of this one really holds it back compared to probably a regular Arishem deck, but still capable of stealing games, right? Like Arishem can just steal games. That's just a fact of the matter. Like definitely an equalizer in a lot of ways.